Hello, LegendAqua here, back for another episode review of Idolmaster U149, episode 4. So, in the previous episode, Momoka had to do the bungee, and because she doesn't know what what bungee jumping is, we got to see an example, and we get our first and last cameos for this episode, that being Sachiko and Karen doing the bungee jumping. So, with Momoka, finally knowing bungee jumping, Arisu gets, let's just say, a little bit suspicious as to why producer specifically chose Momoka to do the bungee jumping. And the answer is nepotism. Nepotism. So, basically, the bungee jumping program has sponsor money from Momoka's own family. And because the Sakurai family, wants to have a face towards that sponsor money for the program, they chose Momoka. And obviously, the head chief and the producer was talking about it and say, thank God they got the casting in, because otherwise the sponsor money and the head wouldn't be happy. So, Momoka does bungee jumping. Also, Arisu does tag along, by the way, because she is still suspicious as to why the producer chose Momoka for the bungee jumping. And let's just say, on the offset of the entire nepotism with the sponsor money thing, basically everybody from the background production staff basically treats them nicely, again, because of the sponsor money. And through the build-up, let's just say, through the build-up till the bungee jumping, let's just say they basically gave Momoka a script. And the script is Momoka is Hoti Ojo-sama. From these screenshots, as you can kind of tell. And obviously this is not Momoka's personality, and she would never say this kind of stuff at all. But it's for the program and everything. And Momoka gets a little bit more self-reflection in this episode, mainly because of it's the entire thing of be yourself or stick to the script and not be yourself kind of situation. And we do get a lot of hints and self-reflections from this episode from Momoka as well, as it leads into the bungee jump. And as it leads in, well, Momoka hesitates basically to bungee jump. Like, again, it's like her whether she wants to stick to the script, because she doesn't know what to say before doing the bungee jump, and also basically she is scared. But before she does anything, the producer comes in and basically says, I want to do the bungee, out of nowhere. And he does. And he does. So then, back on ground, the producer and Arisu and Momoka has a talk as to, not only encouraging Momoka because, the producer had his own experience with the bungee, but it's also because the producer wants to encourage Momoka. But he doesn't know how, not just cheering on, so he just thought, hey, I'll do the bungee as well, just to give Momoka a bit more experience, and to encourage her more to do the bungee. And then, into the next scene, Momoka does the bungee, and the animation is it is so good. Like, they make a spectacle out of Momoka's Bungee. And this was completely like off, like it was basically off script, but on the offset, like in with the unexpected turn, as well as Momoka just being herself, the animation complements this entirely. It is very good, I'll say. With the bungee jump over, Momoka just, looks over the recording and everything, and the producer apologizes to Momoka, but we don't know the context as to why he's apologizing to Momoka, but obviously we, the audience, kind of knows. Maybe it's, it's mainly because the producer roped in Momoka to do this. Maybe it's to do with the sponsor money as well. That's why she got roped in. But Momoka doesn't care about that because she had a new experience, got to see the sights with the bungee jumping. So she dismisses producer's apology because it wasn't needed. She's completely fine. Also, Arisu also jumps. Yeah, so with basically the bungee jumping program absolutely finished, and Momoka and Arisu finally gets to have a rest. Let's just say they get some interesting interactions, which I don't mind. And the producer ruins it. And end of episode. So, what did I think about this episode? This episode was very straightforward compared to Mirai's episode, because besides the cameos of Sachiko and Karen, this entire episode is dedicated towards Momoka, namely in the character development as to, how Momoka has this facade as to being like a hoti-toti Ojo-sama, but she isn't really. And this entire episode basically, instead of being the entire nepotism thing, it's not about that. It's more about Momoka as a person, her personality, whether it is to do with her Ojo-sama facade because of her background, or, it's about Momoka herself. And we got to deal with that in the form of the bungee jump. Also, I believe the animation, I said it before, but the animation was extremely well done, especially on Momoka's bungee jump. It's just like that, but at the same time, everything that you see, the detail was so good for the bungee jump. And I believe I might know why, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Finally, in the animation department, a lot of meme-worthy Arisu faces. Seriously. There were so many Arisu meme-worthy faces. Either way, good job on the animation department. So, one last thing I'll say about this episode is, in terms of miscellaneous stuff, I saw in the credits that there was a bungee jumping company tagged in the credits. So this is just my speculation, but as to why the animation was so good from Momoka's bungee jump is because the actual animation production staff actually went to a real location in Japan for a bungee jump, and they actually took resources and information to actually show off the animation in pristine detail. And I believe that's why the animation was so good in Momoka's bungee jump. Just food for thought. In the next episode, well, we didn't really get any hints as to what's going to be happening next episode, but we will see. Other than that, comment below what you thought about episode 4 and let me know. With that, that will do it for me. LA out.